Joe and the Hershey Miniatures, an introduction to spreadsheets. This is Joe. Joe's a middle school student. His teacher told him he needed to show her some data about similar things that were slightly different from one another. So, he had to think, and he thought, hey, I like chocolate, I'll use a bag of Hershey Miniatures. So, how am I going to show this data? He thought to himself. So he thought, and then he had a brilliant idea. He said, I know, I'll make a spreadsheet. So what he did next was he brought up his browser, he went to the middle school site and clicked on Google Apps Login. He logged into his Google account. Once he was there, he clicked on the Drive button. He went to the red Create button and selected Spreadsheet. The first thing he did with his new spreadsheet was to give it a title, so he clicked Untitled Spreadsheet and he titled it Hershey Minis. And then he clicked OK. Next, he wanted to put in his identifying information. So he clicked on cell A1 and he put his first and last name. In another cell, he typed the title of his assignment, Hershey Minis. And then in another cell, he typed out the date. In order to make this print out properly, he had to move the little header line that was just to the left of cell A1, and he dragged that down. Next, he was going to enter in some column heading titles. He typed in types in A2, estimate in B2, and actual in C2. Then he selected them all and chose the bold button to make them all bold and stand out. In the types column, he typed the names of the different types of candy bars in a bag of Hershey Miniatures. So he typed Hershey's, Crackle, Mr. Goodbar, and then Special Dark. He wanted the names of the candy bars to stand out, so he thought he would make them each a different color. He clicked on Hershey's and then went to text color and made it brown. He clicked on Crackle and then he went to text color and turned it into red. He went to Mr. Goodbar, clicked on text color, and he turned it into a dark tan. And then Special Dark, he made into maroon. Next, he had to estimate how many of each type of candy bar he thought there would be in one bag. So, he typed in the estimate column his estimates for each. For Hershey's, he thought there would be 10. For Crackle, he thought there'd be 8. For Mr. Goodbar, he thought there would be 8. And Special Dark, he thought there'd be 11. Next, he selected cells A8 through C8 and made it so that whatever he typed in there would turn out bold. In A8, he typed the word total. Now, he has to type in a formula. So he put equals sum, parentheses, B3 through, and he used a colon for through, and then he put B6. And then end parentheses. This meant it would add up all of the things that were in B3 through B6 and put the total down at the bottom. Now, he had to actually get a bag of Hershey Miniatures, and he opened it up. And first, he needed to separate them. Okay, once he separated them, he started counting. After he finished counting, he needed to return to his spreadsheet on his Google Drive. He needed to enter in the number of Hershey bars of each type. 7 Hershey's. There were 9 Crackles. There were also 9 Mr. Good bars. And there were 8 Special Darks. He then needed to put in a formula to add those up. So he typed equals, sum, parentheses, C3, colon, C6. That meant it would add up C3 through C6 and put the answer in C8, which was 37. Wow, Joe definitely was good at estimating. He estimated the number of Hershey miniatures that would be in his bag.